Hello, YouTube. It's your boy Aiden here. It's snowing. First snow while we've been here in New York. I actually can't go out and play with it because I have a bunch of meetings today. Like literally, my phone, you should see my phone right now. So these are all my meetings. I have one at 8:30, which is in 1 minute, one at 9, one at 10. Then I have a podcast recording at 11. I have another call. Then I have a little mini break, a lunch break, meeting at 1. Then I have a meeting at 2. Then I have a meeting at 7 p.m. So just all the meetings today, all the meetings. But I figured while I have little breaks, make a little video, get y'all up to speed on where I've been, what I've been doing, what's been going on with this long break I guess I kind of took. Do a little catch up. So I'm gonna do this video right now. Alright, so I'm not gonna like go over all my meetings because that could be really boring, but that one was actually interesting because it's for the UK. So I've been getting some more opportunities outside of the US, which is really fun, especially since looking at my analytics, you know, I only have about 40% of people who are here in the US or in the States as people call it. So it's kind of cool to be able to branch out more and just, you know, be able to reach more people and have my message kind of penetrate past the US because, you know, trans, LGBTQ, we don't just need voices here in the US. So it's cool to be able to learn more about other advocates and other people who are doing really cool stuff in other countries. I do have about 3 whole minutes until my next one, so I'm gonna pee. Good morning, everybody. So I was unable to finish this video yesterday just because I had so many meetings. I literally had 8 meetings yesterday. Here I am in the morning. I don't think it's too early. It's 7:54 in the morning. Been up a little longer than that. Antler did not sleep well last night, so I have a pretty big headache. And he also at one point in the night fell asleep on top of me. So like my back is killing me. But I can't even complain because Jenny Lee was nursing like, I don't even know. He must have woke up like every hour last night, which is, usually he wakes up like 3 times a night. But last night he must have woke up at least 6 times. So it's just like you try to sleep and then you get woken up, and you try to sleep and you get woken up, and it's just like, yeah, you could be sleeping for 8 or 9 hours, but like getting woken up and adding all those times up and like disrupted sleep, it just it messes with you. So, but I got plans to finish this video, so I'm gonna do it. I got goals, yo. No, you can't have the phone. No. No. OMG, so it's actually the next day. I did not have enough time to film this. So it's 7:30 the next day, but we're getting it done. I keep getting questions about, are you staying in New York? Are you looking for a place? Like, why are you here? Are you going back to Oregon? So Jenny Lee and I had an Antler. So we're going way back, okay? Everything was going great at our place, and then the last few months at our place, us and our owners just had different views on communication, privacy, and stuff like that. You know, I don't want to say too much because our landlords were really great, you know what I mean? And they had some of their own things going on. With us having a baby, we no longer linked up like we used to. We had an opportunity to come here to New York for 3 months, October, November, and December, because we already had a bunch of events going on. We had my friend's wedding going on upstate. Then I was also going to come here for an event that I was doing in November in the city. And then we were going to be here for 2.5 weeks for Christmas anyway. So Jaylee and I were just like, you know what, let's just stay for the 12 weeks. Let's just stay all of 3 months and really be here, get out of our lease at the place we were, put all of our stuff in storage, and then come here to New York, stay throughout. We can see family, my mom, my dad, like everyone can see Antler and get to know him a little bit better, because living on the West Coast, it is hard to keep up with family, especially with the time change. They want to talk to you like after dinner at 7 o'clock their time and on the East Coast, and then it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon in the middle of my workday, you know, on the West Coast, and then by the time I'm done, it's like 10 o'clock over here. Or they want to talk to you in the morning when they're first getting up at like 8 and it's only like 5 a.m. It is hard sometimes to link up, to do FaceTime, to just stay in communication with your family when you're living on 2 separate coasts. So we took the opportunity. That's pretty much what it was. We put all of our stuff in storage, we hopped on a plane with Lucky and Antler and Jaylee, and we came here to New York, and now we're staying at my mother's house. So a lot of the videos that'll be coming out this month and probably next month too will look similar if you are at all familiar and you're an OG subscriber from way back in the day, because this is the house that I started my transition at, which I'm actually going to be making a hometown series that will be posted on my Instagram and on here as well. It'll be 2 different things, right? So it'll be on my Instagram, the photos and some stories, and then I'll dive more into the stories and be a little bit more of an elaborate storyteller through video. So you can look forward to those. They'll be coming out a little later this month. If you hear Antler, he's getting put to bed right now, so it's like a love-hate relationship with sleep time for him. So just being home in this house, we have plans to move back to Oregon. Our plan was January 1 to move back to Oregon, but honestly we're a lot more flexible now. We don't feel so tied to having to be back in January. You know, if a place becomes available in the middle of January, we'll go then. If something doesn't become available until February, we'll go then. We don't plan on staying here for too long. We don't want to get too comfortable. We're paying for our stuff to be in a storage unit right now, and I don't really want to keep spending money on that. So we don't plan on being here for a long term. You know, it's like there's a fantasy of living in Brooklyn that sounds cool and fun and very hip, but I also feel like just financially it just doesn't necessarily feel like the best move for us right now. But we're also very open. Like if something showed up and all of the stars aligned and we ended up somewhere completely, you know, not New York, not Oregon, like somewhere totally different, we're actually pretty open to that too. So right now we're just really trying to cultivate where we want to be and what space we want to have for our family, and hopefully wherever we do move, we will potentially be looking into buying a house in the next 2 to 3 years before Antler starts school, so that we can kind of have like a real home base when he starts school. Jaylee and I both moved, not a lot, but a little, you know, she moved a lot more than I did. I moved a lot when I was younger, very young, but all in the same town. She moved all over the place. So I think to both of us it's important that we do have a home base for Antler, at least for an extended period of time when he is, you know, in school and stuff. So that's really it. We're just trying to embrace being home with family. It has been really tough, honestly, the first month, just trying to get my footing here, but I do feel like I'm in more of a flow now. I did take a little bit of break from YouTube after the 10-year on T video, which was really awesome. I appreciate everybody who left a comment or shared it. It was really cool to see the comments and to just reflect back on those 10 years. And also shout out to Arlen who helped me edit that video as well. But at the end of the day, you know, we're just trying to live our life and be a little more untethered, because we can right now, because Antler isn't, you know, 5 or 6 yet. You know, he isn't building friendships in that hardcore way where it would be difficult to move away. Do what feels good. I think that's what it was. You know, we both were like, this feels crazy, and nobody really understood what we were doing, and we didn't even really understand what we were doing, but at the end of the day, it felt like the right thing to do. And so we just go with our intuition, we go with our gut, and we're happy to be here. And, you know, everything that has been difficult up until this point is just a really great learning opportunity. So just kind of been thinking of it that way, and embracing the change and looking forward and excited to the future. All right, thanks for watching the video. As I said, I'll have some other videos coming out the rest of the month. We are back on this train. I am back on the YouTube scene. Reality is, every now and then you just gotta take a little bit of break, you know? Recharge up and then dive right back in. So I'm happy to be back. I miss you all, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.